Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming. We are almost at 2,500 subscribers. I think it's time, don't you? It is time at last to begin while Gothic sleeps and return Zeros to this world. It's been a long journey as we've traveled across the deserts of Al-Kharid and returned the Majorat to this world, uncovering the grand temple of Zeros under Sentiston, making contact with the ghosts that used to know Zeros directly, and fighting back the hordes of Zemorigol and Varrock. But of course, we cannot forget about the time that we fought Lucian himself, another Majorat, who has much higher ambitions. Today we have arrived at the Legends Guild, and we begin the first Grandmaster quest that was ever introduced into Runescape. In theory, it'll probably be a little bit easier than it was when it was first released, ever since Evolution of Combat, but nonetheless, it should be interesting. Oh, by the way, don't mind the little skull over my head. I didn't go PK. I'm not much of one for that. Oh, it's gone! Oh, would you look at that? That was amazingly good timing. I would say it's comedic in some ways. Now, I just had to go to the Abyss to repair a pouch. Radimus Urkel! I don't suppose you have a quest for me, do you, sir? Oh, wow, my character asked exactly that. How fantastic. Ah, Nordic Pravus. It might not be the sort of quest you've come to expect, but could be right for the job with your experiences in Karamha. Okay, what are the details? Well, it's all quite hush-hush. I've been approached by a lady of some note, an influential Druidess in Tavali. She is organizing a sort of mission to Karamha. A mission to Karamha? Yes, do let me finish, Nordic Pravus. Otherwise, we may be here all day. You know what? Some of my viewers wouldn't complain about that, Radimus. This Druidess represents a collective who wish to travel to Karamha. The details are sketchy, but I believe they intend to set up a new place of worship for the followers of Gothics. In the jungle? Makes sense, seeing how most places in Karamha are surrounded by nature and Gothics is reported to gain his powers from nature. So, are you interested? Is it going to be dangerous? I'd assume that it will be, and prepare for the very worst, Nordic Pravus. From my understanding of the mission, the organizers are aware of the risks in this area. I would expect this to be perhaps the most challenging and dangerous undertaking of your adventuring career to date. What sort of mission is this? I don't have many details, as I said before, but I believe that they want to build a place of worship. They'll probably want someone to act as a guide and advisor while on the trip. Alright, yes, I am interested. Accept the quest! Where do I report? Okay, great. I knew you'd be the right person for the job. You need to talk to a druidess called Ivy Sophista in Tavali. I believe she's located in one of the buildings opposite the summoner's house. In order that she knows you've been sent by me, we have agreed to a simple passphrase. You need to say the following when you meet her. Our friend in common places, great faith in totems. Okay, great. I'll head there immediately. And with the power of the Lodestone Teleport Network, we exactly will do that. Alright. I hope you guys are excited. This is going to be a rather unique quest, I do believe. It's reported that it can take anywhere between an hour and 5 hours, according to the wiki. Depending on the level of preparation. Well, I have no idea how prepared I am, and I don't know how many players usually go through all the voice acting. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway, because this is the first Grandmaster quest ever released into RuneScape, as I said before, and I think it deserves a little bit of epicness. Now, because it's going to be so long, though, we're going to have to establish a few ground rules, I think. Usually what I try to do is release at least one quest per week. That's sort of been how I've been doing it in the past. I feel like that's been pretty reasonable. Because this is so long, and because I'm really going to be trying to do this, and then move directly to Ritual of the Majorat, and then directly to World Wakes, and then directly to Fate of the Gods, well, this is going to be a pretty gosh darn long chain. So I'm going to try to do at least 2 or 3 videos a week, as per usual. But I do not promise that any of the quests will be done by the end of the week. Sound fair? That is the price you pay. Hello, Ivy Sophista. Ooh, the chest? You have a chest. Can I loot the chest? You can, actually, if you get enough, the loop and the teeth halves of a crystal key, but that's irrelevant. It's still pretty nice loot, though. Hi there. Yes, can I help you? Our friend in common places great faith in totems. Good, I'm glad you have arrived. Meet Therisk upstairs. There is much to discuss, and Lucian spies are everywhere. Oh, wait a minute! We just dropped the bomb! Lucian's involved in this quest. Well, that wasn't explained to me at all. Lucian? Shush! Upstairs. Alright, upstairs sounds promising. Therisk Symphy. The Druids always have such weird names. Well met, Therisk. Ivy sent me. Apparently, there's a task you need some help with. A mission to Karamha, I believe. Ivy mentioned Lucian, though, and I'm not sure why.
The mission to Karamha was a necessary cover story, Noak Pravus. Radamus recommends you. That's good. There is little point in risking his life with the information I'm about to impart.
You told the head of the Legends Guild a cover story, so his life wouldn't be in danger. Is this level of secrecy really necessary?
It is. Strangers have appeared in Tavali, and several of our brethren have been murdered in truly terrifying circumstances.
Murders in Tavali? Why?
First, a little background. I helped to organize a group called Kruxikal. We are followers of Guthix who are concerned with the state of the world at large. Too long have Guthix's followers been spellbound by the beauty of nature, when they should be using their powers to fight those that throw the wider world into the chaos of imbalance.
Sounds quite forward-thinking for a group of druids. Some druids do defend the weak and fight against oppression, though.
That's not my point. The elder druids within Tavali are cautious about the larger issues that need attention, like the Majorat, especially the one called Lucian. His insatiable hunger for power is a cause for concern. Many of our operatives researching Lucian's movements have met with a stealthy, violent death. These deaths are messages from Lucian's henchmen, warnings that we should stay away.
That sounds awful.
We believe that Lucian is already very powerful, since getting the Staff of Armadil. He has also established a lethal network of spies, assassins, and thugs who are subverting our ability to keep track of his plans. Consider it. Zamorak was once a Majorat, until he used the Staff of Armadil to attain godhood. Shush! A moment, brother. Someone is approaching down the stairs. Let us wait for them to pass.
Oh! Assassins! Oh, he said something, but I didn't finish it. Oh, well, they're level 42. Smack! Oh, wow, I didn't one-shot him? There, he's dead. Therisk, are you okay?
Yes, I think so. Now that those filthy assassins are dead. Do you understand why this level of secrecy needs to be maintained?
I'm actually far more concerned about Ivy Sophista downstairs. Is she dead? I'm about to walk down to see a dead woman. That will make me very sad. I'm in an emotional mood this week, and I don't think I can take it. Yes, of course, I hadn't realized that Lucian had become so powerful.
None of us had. And that's why we find ourselves in this situation.
What efforts are you making against Lucian?
We are trying to track his movements. He's in the north somewhere, perhaps near the wilderness. We have heard lots of reports that he has spies around Draenor village.
Oh, I actually do remember seeing a bunch of shady figures in Draenor. That makes a little bit of sense. Oh, I've probably seen a few of those. But why are they in that area?
We don't know. But we have reports that a stranger entered the Lumbridge Swamp Caves in the time these started arriving. Apparently, he's a treasure hunter by the name of Movario. He was initially going to ask you to go into the wilderness to see if you could track down Lucian, but at this juncture, I'm curious to see what information we can find out about Movario and what he's up to.
Sounds like a bit of a wild goose chase. What does Movario have to do with Lucian?
There may be no connection, but the Temple Knights, the Guardians of Armadil, and members of Kruxikal are all concerned about what he's doing down there.
What do you know about him?
Quite a bit, actually. He's magically trained, has adventured, has ties to the runecrafting and magic guilds. He's also spent a lot of time in various archives.
So he's a bit of a history buff. Is that a crime?
Maybe not. But there is some speculation that he helped Lucian track down the Staff of Armadil in the first place. He is an experienced artifact hunter after all. He's currently a bit of an unknown quantity, and we need to learn about him.
What are our options?
Kruxikal are going to contact the Temple Knights and the Guardians of Armadil. It's time we treated this threat seriously.
You must be taking the threat that Lucian poses very seriously if you decided to all work together.
Indeed. Some of the speculation about Movario's intentions are a bit too wild to believe. All these rumors about the Fist of Guthix and the Eye of Saradomin. People will believe anything.
Remind me... Oh wait, no, yes. What is the Fist of Guthix? Because I haven't done that minigame, although it actually was quite popular when it first was released, and I feel like practically no one plays it anymore, which is a dang shame.
Most people associate the Fist of Guthix with an arena where Druids reward adventurers for gathering energy from a strange imprint on the floor. In fact, the arena was named after the mythical concept itself. I don't even want to consider that nonsense right now. I still think it's a good idea to have this Movario character checked out, though, just to be on the safe side.
What do you need me to do?
It's very important that we get some background material on Movario. We think he is looking for Lucian, looking for something, but we're not sure what it is.
Perhaps a tunnel which leads from the north, through the Lumbridge swamp caves into Lumbridge? Lucian could march his troops all the way down there without encountering any resistance.
Could be. There's also speculation about the Eye of Saradomin, but I don't put much stock in that rubbish.
Eye of Saradomin, what's that?
It's not really relevant, but it's from a phrase in a translated tome. And the power from Saradomin's eye did strike his enemies, and all was wasted and death that appeared about him. It's all metaphorical imagery related to Saradomin's godly powers. Like I say, it's a pointless rumor, it's not important.
Yeah, foreshadowing, it's probably going to be very important. We know how these games work. Okay, how do I start?
Learn about Movario. Find out where he lives. Get some proof of what he's researching and bring it to me. He studied at the Palace Library in Verok, so Reldo is likely to have met him. See if Reldo can give you some hints.
Reldo? A local librarian might be my link to a master artifact hunter working with Lucian. Does that seem likely?
Reldo is shrewd, observant, and knowledgeable. He may be able to give you all the information you'll need. Remember, I need some proof of what it is that Movario is researching. Reldo might not be able to give you a specific location, but what information he has could be useful.
Okay. Thanks. So that's it? Check the thing real quick. Yep, we go talk to Reldo! Haven't talked to him in a long stinking time. Alright, well, let's do exactly that. Wow! We're already like 14 minutes almost into the video. Goodness gracious me. I'm amazed. I'm amazed how fast the time can go, and how much time can be spent just doing conversations and honestly not accomplishing anything in the quest. Well, we did kill 2 things. I mean, that's a pretty good start. We killed 2 assassins. Puny little babbies that they were. Why is this guy wearing a Bandos cape? I don't know. Bandos is dead. Did you not hear that? Shekai Si, the Green. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway. Alright, well I'm really excited to be getting this quest going. I am, however, not very excited by the fact that the music is once again inconsistent. Come on. Hello? Hello? Huh. I am not strictly sure why I'm not getting any sound from there. That is bizarre, isn't it? Well. I do know that Runescape just recently released a new version of their downloadable client. I wonder if maybe there's something wrong with the music, but it was doing fine earlier. How very, very bizarre. Oh well, there's not much we can do about it, unfortunately. Moving on, let's talk to Reldo. Whoa, why are you backtracking around like that? That was the most weirdest way to walk forward. Hello there, how can I help you today? I'd like to talk about something else. Specifically, I'd like to talk about Lucian Movario. Movario? Oh, yes, he's been here a few times. What can you tell me about Movario?
He's certainly an interesting character. He rarely needs help locating books, is reasonably amiable for a scholar, but he does get annoyed if interrupted when reading. He speaks with a faint Khazad accent, and like many such scholars, likes to keep to himself.
What does Movario do?
Oh, he comes in here from time to time, usually makes lots of notes as he goes. I've seen him read some unusual works, books on traps, housing improvements, and even divination. He seems particularly interested in the very oldest historical documents. We have quite a collection in the archives, you know. Not much use, though. The language is quite old and barely decipherable.
Did you mention traps?
Apparently a thief by the name of Slick-Fingered McGrew attempted to steal something from Movario. After his attempt, he was known as No Fingers McGrew. Yes, a bit grisly to say the least. But one thing No Fingers McGrew was reported to have said was solving the puzzle arms the trap.
Where does Movario live?
Sorry, no idea. He possibly has ties to the Khazad area, but I don't know for certain if that's where he lives.
Do you know how I could track down his lodgings?
Tracking? Now there's a question for a librarian. Do I look like an expert tracker? Why do you want to track down his lodgings anyway?
Oh, I was curious about him. Want to get some information, nothing bad or anything like that.
Well, I've read about some jungle creatures that are able to take a scent and track it down. You'll probably need to talk to some sort of jungle hunting expert on the matter, though, and I'm not sure if there are many of those around here.
Okay, thanks. Okay, well, if I do understand correctly, we need to find a jungle tracker. Now, where I'm going to find one of those, I don't really have any idea. Kramha, I suppose? Where's there a jungle? Well, now this is promising. In Feldip Hills, there's a hunting expert person. Creature to help track down a person. Hello there.
Ah, hello. How's the hunting?
I need to track someone. I've heard that there may be an animal that can do it.
Ah, yes. I think you mean the wild broav. They have a great sense of smell.
Wild broav? What's that?
It's a small wild boar, very wild. Not easy to capture either, especially not alive. Then, of course, you'd have to train it.
Train it? What do you mean?
The broav is quite a sensitive creature. If treated in the correct way, it can be taught to follow scents, making it an excellent tracker.
Would I be able to do that? Train it, I mean.
I only know of one person who can do it. She's a very experienced hunter and could possibly do it for you, but I don't think she could train you to do it. She's pretty local. You're talking to her.
Oh, you. Okay, so I just bring the broav back to you if I catch one.
Yep. Bring the creature to me and I'll see what I can do.
How would I catch a wild broav?
Well, you need to set up a trap similar to the ones used for catching Larupias. A pitfall trap. Instead of jumping over it, though, you just need to bait the trap with a fungus.
Fungus? Like a mushroom?
Yes, but no ordinary mushroom. I got one from a dark and dismal place called Mauritania.
Okay. And where's the best place to catch a broav?
Before I give you all the details, you must remember two things. First of all, you don't need to jump over the trap like you do with Larupias. Second, when you catch a broav, bring it to me. Now then, there's an old pitfall trapping spot to the west you can use. Here, you need to take this fungus to bait the trap to attract a broav.
A decidedly unpleasant, odorous mushroom. Mortmeyer fungi? Sure enough. What do I do once I've caught the Well, I bring it to her. That's what I've said. Okay, well, you know what? I don't think that's actually going to be much help anymore. So we need to find a good spot to do a pit. That's a weird-looking pit. Maybe that's exactly what I need. Do we do it? I think we try. Okay, and then we use a Mortmeyer fungus on the trap. And then does a broav magically appear? Yes, as a matter of fact, the wild Broav magically appeared. It looks actually a little bit more like a half rhinoceros, half boar. It's fine. It's unconscious. Wow, I thought it was dead for a second there. Aren't we lucky? Aren't we lucky? I really want to know why the music isn't playing in this game, though. It's actually kind of disconcerting to me. I've caught a Broav. It's unconscious.
Okay, I'll key it to you.
Some time passes, during which you contemplate some complex theological problems.
There you go. You need to put other followers away before you can use it. The Broav tracks best when it has the scent of the person you're trying to find.
So, that's it? Now I've got a trained Broav? Well, that was amazingly easy! And you know what? A great place to stop this video and move on to the next one. Thank you all for watching. This has been Pravus with the beginning of the first ever Grandmaster quest while Gothic sleep on our trail to release Saros upon this world. If you're enjoying this video and you're looking forward to the rest, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. It does help for search results on YouTube. It's fantastic. Do it. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.